Hi everybody, my name is Sally and right now I am at my favorite park and I would like to take advantage of this to share with you how I shared JESUS to my Chinese students, to my Chinese friends in China. Well, was it easy? No, but was it possible? Oh yes. So for the past years, I was given a chance to work as an ESL teacher in China and was able to teach elementary students, the kindergartners, low middle school students, high school, and even university students. So when I was given a chance to teach in a university, I was elated. I was super happy because finally, I'm having older students. I'm having students who can understand me easily. I can finally talk about Jesus. I can finally share them the good news. But before I even started teaching them, somebody from the university came to me and explained to me the details of my contract. And one thing that she's been reiterating was not to talk about religion or not to talk about my faith to my students in the classrooms in school, which something that I totally understood. And I said, sure, I won't do that. So I was extra careful when I am in school because every schools or every classrooms has got CCTVs, or students can simply, can easily report me to the authorities. I can easily get fired for that. So you see, because of that, I've been thinking about other ways on how to reach out to my students. And since all the students are away from home, away from their parents, and all the students are staying in the dormitories in school, I decided to spend some time in school too. I actually decided to stay in school during the weekdays. I didn't have to because I have two apartments, one in school and one in the city. All right, so that's what I did. And I don't know, but most of my students would invite me to have coffee, to have lunch, to have dinner somewhere. And one of the best decisions I ever made that time was to say yes to every invitation. Some of my students would invite me just to improve their English. And for some, they would like to invite me because they wanted to share their problems, something that they haven't shared to their parents and even to their Chinese teachers. All right, but for me, I take advantage of these things. I want to meet them because I want to have a deeper relationship with them and I want to communicate with them on a deeper level. So they're sharing with me all kinds of problems with their parents, with their loved ones, with their boyfriends, their girlfriends, problems with their studies, problems with themselves. They're sharing all these things. And I may not literally mention JESUS to them, but I am sharing them solutions the Jesus way. One example I could share with you is this. I have like two students, they're best friends. They always come to class together and even sit together. But one day, they did not come together and they did not even sit together and they looked very sad. Okay, so I went to this one student of mine and I said, hey, are you okay? And she said, no, I'm not. I just smiled at her. I went to the office. She followed me and she asked if I can have dinner with her that night. So I agreed. We had dinner together. She shared with me about their problems, that they are not actually in good terms, all right? That they are not talking for like a week already. So I shared to her about forgiveness. I told her that, I know you care so much about this person. If you made mistakes, if you did her wrong too, say sorry to her. So what I wanted you to do exactly is go to your dormitory right now, wait for her. And when she comes back, ask if you could talk together. All right? And say sorry to her. Just forgive her. Just be humble. And I promise you're going to be okay and you're going to sleep better tonight. And so that's what she did. She waited for her friend. They talk it over. You know what? In just less than 2 hours, the two of them are calling me. And they were so thankful. Another way is that I actually invite my students to meet my other foreign Christian friends. And I would ask my Christian friends to share the Word of God to them. Okay, at least it's not coming from me because of course it is not okay yet. I had to do that in order to have a better relationship with them, a deeper relationship with them so they can talk to me like any time. So even after graduation, they still talk with me. And that thing happened. Like most of them who graduated, a lot of them still contacting me and telling me. One of my students like this, she was confused about her future. She doesn't know the purpose of her life. She doesn't even know why she was existing. You know, I gave her my Rick Warren's book. You remember that famous Rick Warren's book? I gave that to her and I asked her that she would read that one over and over again. She was very, very grateful. Another one who wants to grow more in the Word of God, I gave her a Chinese English Bible. She was really, really happy because of that. One of my students was, you know what, she wants to read more. She wants to learn more about the teachings of the Lord. You know what, I was running out of materials, but I had these Daily Bread booklets. I gave it to her. See that? So these are just few of the many examples that I did with some of my students. And you know what, every time I travel like to places, like there was this one time I went to Beijing, and a lot of my students are now residing in Beijing. So sometimes I would allot one day to simply, you know, to have a time to chat with them, to talk about JESUS while with them. It's just amazing that most of them are still serving God. Most of them are still going to this Chinese church. Although one of my students was complaining about something, she was sharing because she married a soldier. Okay? And this soldier, you know what? If you marry a soldier, you cannot go to any church. Alright? If you are the wife, you cannot go to church. You cannot even read the Bible. All you need to do is just serve your country. See that she was forbidden to do all those things, forbidden to go to church. She was crying to me. Actually 2 months, I was just talking with her, and she was sharing about that situation. She cannot even travel outside their country. So you see that? So I was like telling her, encouraging her to be strong and still continue on serving God. So you see what's happening in other places. They want to serve God, but they cannot serve God. It's difficult for them to serve God. They want to read the Word of God, but at times it's difficult to buy the Bible somewhere. But we live in a country like here in the Philippines, everything is free. You can pray anywhere. You can even pray under the trees. You can even pray in the park. You can pray anywhere and it's okay. You can go to church on Sundays and it's all right. See that way? You could talk about Jesus, you could preach about Jesus in the market, all right, anywhere, and it's all right. So, and we are taking this for granted. All right, so it's a lesson really. So I hope you learned something from this wherever you are. If there's an opportunity for you guys to share the Word of God, do it, because you might not able to meet that person again. Now that I am in the Philippines, I don't know if I'm going to meet those people again. But one thing I am so thankful about was the chance to meet them, a chance to talk about JESUS with them. Thank you so much, and may God bless you.